How about this?
But the fairways at St Andrews aren't an artificial creation. They grew out of the sandy terrain. This landscape wasn't created for the game was created for it. Even the name links, the term applied to any golf course built out on the coast, refers to the fact that the peninsula here at St Andrews is a natural link between the land and the sea. But unfortunately for the golfers here at St Andrews, the sea wants it back. The beach here is famous in its own right, not for golf, but for creating an entirely different sporting moment. This is the location for one of the best known beach runs in cinema history. Well, I can't resist it. Yep, you guessed it. This stretch of sand was immortalised in the film Chariots of Fire, which encouraged us all to go out jogging in slow motion. But in the 30 years since the film was shot here, this beach has been caught up in a race against the elements. Hundreds of metres have been lost from this coastline. In one single recent storm, 10 metres were lost from parts of the shore. And it's the sand dunes that surround the golf courses that are particularly vulnerable to erosion. Environmentalists believe the solution is handfuls of this stuff, coastal grass, and a large group of willing volunteers. These conservationists are helping to rebuild dunes that were almost completely washed away by storms that lashed this coast last year. So you brought all of this sand here then, because the last dune was completely wiped out?
It was, yeah. It was in dire need of a lot of TLC beforehand, but we took sand from further up the beach. We got 30-ton dump trucks. A case of planting it once it looked a bit more natural.
So what is this grass that you're replanting?
Well, this is marram, and this is the one that tends to find in the nests of dunes at the top, because basically it's almost buried. Doing so actually helps the build the dune naturally. So you can imagine it's buried in the sand and it grows up a little bit. And by being there, it actually starts to trap the wind-blown sand, so the sand builds up. And as it does that, the grass itself will actually grow because it's stimulated to grow, spurs it on. And then of course by doing so, more sands build up and it just keeps going, going. And they help stabilise the dune that we've just built and to hopefully build it up a little bit as well.
This marram grass, like the sand, has been moved from another part of the beach. And that's key to what's going on here. Nothing's added or taken away from the area. It's something the local council have had to learn. So proud were they of their award-winning seafront, they had started to remove unsightly seaweed, until conservationists pointed out its vital role.
What we're looking at here with all the seaweed that's been left here are basically embryonic dunes.
Right, because you can see, can't you, that even now it's just starting to get bulky.
Absolutely, this is just basically from seaweed being washed up onto the beach, the sand blowing in from the landward side, and of course the sand brought in with the tide, and yeah, it just traps it, starts to build these, a bit of seaweed, a side of a healthy beach.
But this is not just about disappearing dunes. The sand here is on the move, and it's changing the whole shape of the coastline. To better understand what's going on, I'm taken to the water with geophysicist Melanie Shushonek. She's from St Andrews University, who spent decades monitoring the shore and the surrounding seabed, using sophisticated sonar equipment. Impressive bit of kit, that, Melanie. Right then, Melanie, what have we got here?
So, this is the raw sonar data that's coming in as amplitude, and below we have...
She's particularly interested in the changes in the River Eve estuary north of St Andrews. At its mouth, sand and sediment is being dumped by the tides, actually expanding the shoreline.
This is where the golf course is. You can see this lighter area is an original shoreline front. This was the 1970s dune front, and since then it's got another sort of 80 metres of dune that's accreted.
Yeah, so the golf course is getting bigger.
But only on this bit. Round here there has been erosion, and it's very dependent on the coincidence between big storms and wind blowing really in from the sort of northeast, and if that coincides with a high tide as well, then it's vulnerable to erosion here.
It's a real worry, particularly for the golf courses, as storm surges have become more common. In 2010, the links were on the front line. The waves that destroyed the dunes also flooded the fairways. It's in the interest of the golf courses to shore up the dunes as well as rebuild defences. But other solutions are being talked about, including letting the sea reclaim areas of the peninsula. It seems the natural conditions that created the game of golf are the very same ones it needs protecting against.
While Matt's been exploring the Fife coast, I'm heading inland. Scotland is... We're in St Andrews, known as the home of golf, and living up to the hype means a whole lot of effort making sure the courses are in tip-top condition. Later on I'll be seeing exactly what the greenkeepers get up to, but first I'm finding out about some highly unusual pest control.
Every one of the 1,600 acres of pristine Cotswold land on Adam's farm needs to be carefully managed. But Adam's responsibilities stretch beyond producing food. He also looks after the wildlife the farm supports.
The long, rugged fairways of St Andrews are some of the most difficult to play in the world.
The castle course overlooking the town was purposely made that way. 5 years ago, this was featureless pasture. Unlike the other links at St Andrews, the twists and turns of this course have been created from scratch.
But every now and again, the staff here at the old castle course prepare these fairways for a very different type of drive, because cattle stops play. Brilliant. Come on, girls. So, Sandy, I would imagine that this is every golfer's worst nightmare, having cows on the greens.
It potentially is.
Yeah.
When I sold the land for the golf course to be built, I wanted to keep the ground along the coast.
Yeah.
It's the only winter grazing we've got for the cattle. So one of the conditions of the sale of the land was that we have to be able to do this, and we do it twice a year.
And what do the golfers make of it? I guess you try and do it when there's not many around.
I think you probably, yes, we do it first thing in the morning when there's, this is the sort of back nine of the course.
Okay.
At this time in the morning there aren't many people playing those holes.
First light at St Andrews, and the town sleeps. But for the staff of the golf course, a lie-in is out of the question. In peak season, up to 80 greenkeepers work here. Every day, they've got to get onto the courses before the first golfers tee off at 7 a.m. By the time the first golfers arrive, these greens need to be mowed and rolled, the bunkers need to be raked, everything's got to be in perfect condition before play starts. By dawn, the courses are already buzzing with activity. The golfers who come here expect the very best, and making sure they get it is head greenkeeper Gordon Moyer. Gordon, I have to compliment you. In a minute, I'm going to show Matt how handy I am with a club. First, though, the small matter of learning how it's actually done. Coach Steve North is going to show me.
Left foot here, right foot.
Yeah.
Your feet are going to be shoulder width apart, nice and straight at the back.
Yeah. But in honour of St Andrews' long history and to make matters that little bit harder, I'm using vintage clubs.
Have a practice swing just on your own. You're looking down at the ground? That's different, I've never seen that before.
I do quite like something unique.
It's unique, okay. I swing through, hit the ground and follow through. Okay.
Should we try and hit the ball?
Let's do it.
Okay, so I'm keeping my eye on there,
And we've not quite got it. Let's try again. Keep those that left arm a little.
Okay. great, Mom.
Yeah.
Keep that on there.
Well done.
Yes!
You see it?
Yeah.
That's got about 120 yards. Very, very expensive.
I'm showing some promise at least. Good thing too, because my next challenge is to tackle one of St Andrew's notorious bunkers. I'm not facing this bunker alone. I'm going head to head with a man who reckons he knows a thing or two about swing.
Julia, on a golf course. This I can't wait to see. Listen, I find you here, halfway up the third.
You know me, I love hanging around bunkers.
There you go, you're all right.
Not very well. Look what I've got for us here.
Oh, look at that.
They're about 100 years old.
Is it really?
Yeah.
All right.
This is the bunker with no name.
Right.
I think we could be here for the rest of the afternoon.
It's first out of the bunker that wins, and I'm feeling quite confident.
We'll see about that. Ladies first.
Hey, that's good.
Glad you thought so.
Oh, look at that!
Well, I have been in the bunker a few times before.
It's
I
all right.
don't want to play anymore.
Just take it back a bit.
Well, as for me, I'm going nowhere fast.
I think I've been here for a long time.
Nice sand.